Joining us now is Terry Lundgren, the former chairman and CEO of Macy's. Terry, as you assess where the consumer is right now, are they okay, but the stores not?
Well, Tyler, first of all, many consumers are okay, and obviously several are not. So this $600 check is going to be helpful, particularly to those who have been struggling financially, and really importantly, to small businesses. Those are the ones that we need to stay in business, keep in business through the holiday season, where frankly they make a big percent of their annual earnings. So it's going to help. I don't like the idea that it comes probably after Christmas. I wish it came, that this was solved a week ago or so, and this took place this week. But look, it certainly gives confidence that the money's coming, and it will encourage consumers to spend for the next few days.
I share your view. I worry about the local merchants. I drive around my town in northern New Jersey, and you can go a block and see 20 or 30 space for rent signs. Some of them are retailers, some of them are office, whatever. And those are people whose life savings may have been decimated as a result of this pandemic.
Tyler, there's no question. I mean, there's been 11,000 stores that have closed, physical stores closed this year. And it's a combination of things. But obviously, the virus was what the motivator here that accelerated the pace of change. We've been an overstored country for more than a decade. It's been something we've been working to try to slowly and gradually correct. But frankly, we have too many physical stores. And as online sales grew, the total growth the pie wasn't growing. So not significantly anyway, not to the pace of the online sales. And so there had to be a contraction of physical stores. It's just accelerated aggressively here in the last year.
Well, that was the question I was going to turn to, is we've been overstored. And how much closer are we now to that equilibrium point, or how much farther do we have to go, in your view, until we get to the right equilibrium point, number one? And number two, how much do the closings of these stores then reverberate back through the chain into the big REIT companies, into the real estate companies, and then into the banking system?
Well, to answer your first part of your question is we're not done yet.
No.
And frankly, Tyler, we're going to learn even more when we get through the holiday season.
Yes.
Retailers who have a weak balance sheet today aren't going to get relief in January. It's going to get tougher when the volume of purchases drops dramatically after Christmas. The expenses remain. So it's going to be very challenging for those who have a weak balance. This movie's not finished, and I suspect we're going to see more closings throughout 2021. I mean, this is really bad news, as you said, for these local retailers. It's frankly bad news for a lot of the larger retailers who are either closing or liquidating. But in the end, when this movie does come to an end, and we now have supply and demand in line of physical stores, well, those who remain are actually going to benefit. They're going to actually have an opportunity to grow again. And so that's the upside, the green shoots from that perspective of store closures. That's down the road, probably not much more than 6 months from now.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.